walking Nia to work.
I'm shy, babe.
I know. You need a little work outfit. Look like you're going to school. Get your backpack on.
Oh, I'm a high school kid.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's TGIF.
We were just talking about something that I was like, oh, I'd like to mention that, and that's why I started recording, and now I don't fucking know what I was talking. Something that.
School?
No, when I have you on here, I always try to want you to back up some ridiculous thing I say. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could bring that up because Nia knows it, but now I don't know what the fuck it is. Because
okay.
I'm wandering around the neighborhood talking mad shit all the time. And sometimes I'll have like, sources I can put up on the screen, like a picture or a meme or an article or whatever. And then sometimes it's just like, trust me, bro. You know what I mean? Like you have to trust me, but there are things in the trust me, bro universe that you could back me up on. And this morning I was thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to talk about that because Nia was there, and I don't know what the fuck it was.
Oh, there's this one guy on the internet, he got arrested, and he was going off at the police station. They recorded it because he was shooting at the hotel, and he's like, yeah, P. Diddy owes me money. I was
over here in Hawaii?
No.
Oh.
And he'll be like, I was him and his ex-girlfriend's sex slave. They owe me, I have a settlement. So when people saw that, they're like, what the hell is this guy on? Come to find out it's all true.
I was gonna say, with that kind of story could be true.
Yeah, but when they first had that air out, people are like, man, this guy is gone, delusional.
Well, the way to go about getting your money back from P. Diddy isn't to go shoot up the police station.
No, it wasn't police station, it was a hotel. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he was on drugs, but it was...
I don't know that thing's going on right now still, right? Will he walk? Did he do anything? I don't even understand what happened with him. The trafficking, like where he passes girlfriends along and stuff.
Underage kids.
Have you ever been to parties like that? I've never been to parties like that, but I've been to parties kind of like that, where everybody's like, this gets kind of murky, So I can't imagine. what those parties was. I wouldn't want to go to one of those parties, but I mean, whenever you're around
kids? Oh my God.
Not underage kids, but people get wild at things, So I don't know.
But he likes to control everything.
Yeah,
he was there like escort.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's a whole web. It's him. It's a lot of other people that are tied into that. It's like this whole dark web. So when you pull on one string, the whole thing comes down.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I've been doing this 4 years. Oh, going on 4 years? When did I start this? It was March 22? Oh, I remember. It was Who Gives a Shit. But in the time I've been doing this, I throw out a lot of stuff. Look at the footage. I'll bring the footage in. And there's nothing that jumps out at me. I just, chuck it, dispose of it. But I was doing one for yesterday, and it was a long one, too. It was like 36 minutes, which is way too long. A half hour is too long. Over a half hour, that's just not that fucking interesting. But I was almost done this one. I had like 10 minutes left. I was rocking through it. It's tough because it's like I've gotten more OCD about certain things. And it's good when I don't have to edit much, but sometimes I'll say something that I'll need to put some supporting text around, or maybe some links or images or information or whatever. And I got real hung up on that lately. But anyway, 10 minutes left, and for some reason, I thought the screen looked kind of blurry. So I put I noticed there was a HD button there that I'd never used before on the video itself. So let me try that and see what happens. I thought it would just ship to it, whatever. But it fucked all my shit up. It fucked all my shit up. When I went back to look at it,
Batman.
Yeah.
With the blue costume.
Oh yeah, blue costume,
Can I
Batman.
take a picture of that?
Yeah, sure.
You booger. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it done in the 90s.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I like.
That's the Huntress too, and Catwoman.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I can hopefully.
That's fucking great.
I never finished it though. My idea was originally to have a lot more characters, but
Where'd you get the pictures from? Did you draw them or you got them?
different comic books actually.
That
This
looks
is
like
Zero Hour.
or something.
That's Kim Ballett from Catwoman #1.
Oh, that's
Or was
right.
it Catwoman #0? Was that 0 Hour?
Which one was that from?
This is from Batman 0 Hour too.
I don't forget what that was.
Yeah. It was
That's
like a
cool.
Crisis on Infinite
Oh,
Earth.
can I get a quote? The Batman close?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
cool,
sorry,
man.
I didn't- it
No
didn't
problem,
come real clear.
I'll flex my 16-inch pythons for you.
Yeah, right?
There you go.
The big boss. That's cool, dude. Shit.
Have a good day,
You
man.
know what? In Maui, I met somebody too. I met some guy with the fucking like I don't know where it's from. It might be the inside of one of the first two Billy Idol. Maybe on Rebel Yell or something. It's just Billy Idol like this.
That's
sorta.
cool.
Yeah, I think he's in a full leather jacket in the picture.
I like that. I like Billy Idol.
But he's and it's like his main icon these days.
That's
And
cool.
This guy fucking had it tattoos. Filipino guy. So
It might be weird to other people, but that's what the thing about tattoos. They mean something
I
specific to you.
because that's the last thing I ever expect to see coming. I come from New York, and that's where Billy kind of made it. You
Yeah,
know what I
he
mean?
came from England to go there because he
Yeah.
wasn't getting any traction after he left the punk scene, you
Yeah,
know?
that's why his video. It's all over his videos.
Yep.
That he's all and
That early
it's all
80s stuff is right
yeah,
in New
yeah,
York.
it was
The
LA.
producers, everything.
And the guy had Metallica too and all this shit. And I kept telling him, he was like, I was like, have you seen Metallica? And he's like, oh no. I said, bro, I said, you do what you gotta do. I was like, they're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
I was like, go to Vegas or something, treat yourself, get some money together, somehow, put it on a card.
I saw him with Cliff
Oh,
before he died on the Master Puppets tour. They opened for Ozzy Osbourne on the Ultimate Sin tour. Yeah, it was great. Worcester Centre in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Worcester Centre. And it was Ozzy doing Ultimate Sin and
Is that where
Metallica
you're
open.
from? Are you from
Yeah,
Massachusetts?
from Massachusetts originally, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You saw Jakey Lee and Cliff Burton.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. Ozzy was fun, but he was really drunk. But it was still fun to see him. But as far as a band sound, Metallica was just, you couldn't follow it.
Well, because
was still good.
Ozzy relied upon keyboards a little at that point.
Oh yeah, he was doing the glam thing. He looked like someone's grandmother
Like
or something at that
once
time.
Randy died, like he started using with Mr. Crowley and shit. But like once Randy died, it was because of they were just trying to compete. 'Cause
Yeah.
they were getting older. Because once Van Halen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're more
scared
commercial.
Set of Black Sabbath.
More
and they
commercial
none of them
stuff.
knew what to do for it.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Hey
go,
man,
dude.
good meeting you though.
Thanks, Mike.
Have a good day, Mike. See I'm Jim. Later, bro. Always got a minute to talk to somebody about rock and roll. I got my lighter. I got a cigarette lit again. I don't have a windy outdoor lighter though. I got those fucking. I got a Bic one. We got to negotiate with the fucking wind current. Did I do it? It's a great video, huh? I think this one's gonna get thrown away too. I saw some of that Cash Patel on the FBI, had the FBI. Just some clips from that Rogan show he did, where he, it was so bad. Like, don't these guys have advisors or something, or they tell them to at least get their story straight, right? Because like, what was it, like a month ago, that hold on a second, I get these people away from me. the Pam Bondi was, she went out and said that there's thousands of images of Epstein with children. There's also CP. You can find her saying this, plenty of clips online of her, saying all this stuff. And right now, it's with the FBI. They're just going through all the images. I'm still very sorry about. Oh, I got it. No problem. And she says, with the FBI, they're going through all the images. And then fucking Cash Patel, sir, do not redeem, sir. He was in there. Who looked like sweating like Nixon. He was really You could tell you're just like a kid coming in late from a party. It's almost like comical how clearly he was lying and just making shit up, and says the exact opposite. He was like, well, I've seen it all. I've been through it. There's nothing in it. And just the stuff he was saying was weird. Like, there isn't anything in it that you guys would want to see. And it's like, why would we want to see any of that? It's not about actually seeing the footage of the abuse and the victims. It's about getting justice for these fucking people, you know? And a little worm, it made me so angry looking at him. You know, and then he brings up conspiracy theorists. Now this guy, if you had seen him before he was the FBI head, he was one of the loudest critics of the Epstein list. And he was basically saying, yeah, they're hiding it because there's, you know, people that they want to protect on it. He sounded like one of us, you know? And then he gets the gig and does a complete 360. Spun around completely and stayed in the same place. And said, no, you know, I've looked through it all. There's nothing in it. I still have the go signing, so I don't know what he's doing. Or she's doing. Yeah, I'm supposed to go. And she's playing chicken with me with the fucking bus. Yeah, it's just, what a little rat. What a little rat, you know? Do not redeem, sir. Do not redeem. It's so fucking, it's terrible to watch, because what you're watching is the jackboot of the system that exists, control. You know, it's one thing to tell him to lie, but it's another thing to not have him get on the same page with Pam Bondi, and that was like a month ago. It was weeks ago. It was 2 years ago. I'm just going to keep going with it. But, yeah, it's like they're telling completely different stories. Diametrically opposed stories. She was like, there's thousands of videos. It's going to take a long time to go through, but there's footage of him with kids, there's footage of him that would be considered CP, there's footage of abuse, all this stuff, tons of footage. And then Cash is like, I went through it all. There's nothing in there. He says at one point that it would be boring to you. Like, who is he talking to? I mean, that's not even projection. It's like, maybe it's projection of how he used to feel about it. Maybe he wanted to see all this stuff. Maybe he's a little sick. We know he's a little rat, but like, God, it just made me so angry. That's like, damn, fucking Indians. Go eat some more dung, Patel, and just forget about all this. I never get a straight answer about that, but I ask all the time. Anytime, there's a opportunity for me to do so, if I'm involved in a thread or a post on one of the various social medias you may use, I always ask, what's with the shit? Like, why do they eat it? Why do they rub it on their body? What? And no one ever gives me a good answer, you know? And I know Indian people. You know, I got a real cool Indian guy in my building. He's, I'm not going to say his name, but he's the guy that had that app that shows you where the vaccinated people are. And he showed me how it works when we were in Target. It's fucking creepy. They all have IP numbers. He got it up for print. He said the first day he used it, not to get up on this thing about my Indian neighbor, but he's really cool, is what I'm trying to say. He's very based. You know, he's a good guy. He's a family man. Couple kids. His kids are cool. In fact, let me fucking get one thread straight. He was out in like near the North Shore. I don't know what he's doing out there, but he's by himself, and he's looking at camping grounds. He was going to go to take the kids camping or something. He took a bus up there, and he said he's going to leave, and there's like no one around. And he's got that app on the first time he was using it, and all of a sudden one pops up. And it's this store he's going to, like this Packy, like this, whatever, a corner store. There's a woman in there, and he starts talking to her about it. And he determines from talking to her, hey, what's up, Alistair? What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. And he starts talking to her about it, and he determined in some way, form or fashion, that she had it. She got the jab, and that's why she popped up on this little screen. Then he said he's waiting for the bus, and all of a sudden he starts seeing on his phone all these IP addresses pop up. It was the bus with people on it. And then he's coming back here to Waikiki, and all these people's IP are staying on there. He loses the lady at the store because he's out of range. And he said when he drove into Waikiki, coming over the bridge from where, like, the convention center is, not right there, but like further down. He said it just starts going because there's so many people here, and so many that have an IP. And yeah, he was showing me that in Target, how it works. He was like, look at this, I'll show you. He loaded it up, and we walked around the store, and he was showing me just like, it's fucking crazy, But yeah, so he's alright, he's cool. But I'm not about to ask him about the shit thing, because it's just like awkward. Like, I think it's a religious thing because of the cows or whatever. Like, they worship cows. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Just another fucking thing about, like, it's better to kind of have your own situation, you know what I mean, than instead of trying to mix the Play-Doh together. And then you have the beautiful, bright, vibrant colors. It turns into like a brown mud. And you mix it all together. I was fighting with someone. It's not fighting, but like arguing. He was talking about how, well, the U.S. is a melting pot, and it's supposed to be all these people. Like, it wasn't always that way. It wasn't made that way. The Founding Fathers didn't set up that way. And I know the Founding Fathers a long time ago, and people are like, who cares? But that was not the intention, because they knew to have a strong nation, you needed all the same people, to have a strong nation. And it was like that for many, many years. We've always had all kinds of different people here in the cities. But saying the other day, throughout the 1980s and the 1990s, I was in high school and middle school. We had like one black kid in that whole time that I can remember. A couple Asian kids. And then later by the 90s, I was out of school, but you're getting a smattering of Latinos coming in. So for a long time, it was a majority white nation, and that's why it was built up the way it was. If it was like a melting pot from the beginning, it would be fucking Mogadishu. But, what are you going to do? It all has to come down. It all has to come down. Alright, sucks. I know people like don't want to hear that. They want some kind of rescue from this whole situation. There is no evac from this situation. We're here forever. That's it. I had one more thing that I was juggling back there that I want to talk about. Fuck. Oh well. I'm going to keep these short though, so I'll be back in a while to do another little small one. I'll try to get them out in the same time. I used to do that. I'd do like 2, sometimes 3 a day. I'd just crank them out. Now it's like on the smallest decisions, I'm sitting there like, would Hulk Hogan pop in from the bottom of the screen? Or should he be hanging out at the top? Maybe even upside down. Those kind of creative decisions. I don't mean to be a Peter Gabriel and involve you in the process, but, just giving you an example. Well, until next we meet, thanks for dropping in. And until next time, don't blame the teacher, blame the school.